Hello my friends, welcome to my channel and I hope you're all fine. In today's video I'm gonna make a supercapacitor by using aluminum foil. In the previous video I made a supercapacitor by using copper foil, and a lot of people told me that copper foil is very difficult to find, so could you make a supercapacitor by using aluminum foil. So in today's video I'm gonna make a supercapacitor by using aluminum foil. Since that time I made a lot of experiments on supercapacitors and I find some practical ways to make a supercapacitor by using aluminum foil. So before we get started video, I want to tell you some important points about supercapacitors. If you want to make a supercapacitor, there are three important points. The first one is electrolyte, the second one is current collector, and the third one is active material that you are going to use to paint your current collector. And also the compatibility of these three elements are very important. So as I said, I find a very practical way to combine these two elements to make a supercapacitor. So the supercapacitor that we are going to make in this video will be very nice, very beautiful, very close to commercial supercapacitor. So let's start. First of all, we need to prepare our current collector. For current collector, as I said, I'm going to use this aluminum foil. This aluminum foil is 50 microns thick. If you want to use kitchen foil, I don't recommend you to use kitchen foil, because kitchen foil is very thin. It will not work very well. So instead of kitchen foil, I recommend you to use these kinds of aluminum foil. As I said, it is 50 microns thick and 12 centimeters, and I will just cut 60 centimeters to 12 centimeters, and I will divide it into two pieces. So I will have two pieces of 60 centimeters long and 6 centimeters in length aluminum foil, and I will etch the surface of the aluminum foil. So let's cut our aluminum foil to make our supercapacitor. Okay, before divided this aluminum foil into two pieces, I need to etch the surface of the aluminum foil. I'm going to use sandpaper to etch the surface of the foil. Some people ask me why we need to etch the surface of the aluminum foil. If you don't etch the surface when you paint your active material on the aluminum foil, it will not stick very well. If you etch the surface of the foil, the active material is sticked very well, and the internal resistance of the supercapacitor will be very low. The conductivity will be very high. So I'm going to use this sandpaper and etch the surface of the aluminum foil. After that, I will divide it into two pieces, my aluminum foil. Okay, my friends, after etching the surface of the aluminum foil with the help of a wet paper towel, I will clean the aluminum foil, because I need to remove the residues of the aluminum particles. Just clean it. After you clean the aluminum foil, I will let it to dry. You see, I need to clean these particles, these residues. Okay, my friends, after clean and dried, now I will divide the aluminum foil into two pieces. Look at very carefully how I will divide it. It's very important. At this point is very important. I will leave some part of aluminum foil to make for the terminal of my supercapacitor. Part here and some part here. Now when I cut the aluminum foil into two pieces, I won't cut these small parts, my friends. Just watch carefully. You see, my friends, these parts will be our terminal for our supercapacitor, so it's a very important point. Now I will fold these parts to make it thicker. Okay, just fold another time. You see, my friends, you have terminals for the supercapacitor. And now I will do the same thing for the other one. Okay, my friends, our current collectors are ready. Now we are going to make our active material for our supercapacitor. I will show you how we will make our active material. Okay, my friends, now we can prepare our active material. To prepare our active material, I have a glass here. I am going to use this glass and I will put about 20 grams of activated carbon into the glass. And I'm going to put about 4 or 5 grams of graphite powder, ultrafine graphite powder. Why we use graphite powder? Because the conductivity of activated carbon is not very good, and when we add some graphite powder, ultrafine graphite powder into the activated carbon, the conductivity of our supercapacitor will be increased. You don't have to add too much. Okay, that's enough, my friends. Now I'm going to use deionized water. I will just add about 30 or 50 milliliters of deionized water. Okay, now let's put this away. And I will stir it very well. If you need, you can add some more water. Now I need a binder. As a binder, I'm going to use regular white glue. And I will just put about 2 or 3 grams, not too much. Okay, just put 2 or 3 grams. Okay, I think that's enough. Now I will stir again, and I have to stir it very, very well, my friends. Do you see the form? Mix it very, very well. Now my friends, to mix it better, I'm going to use my hand blender and I will just mix it with the blender. For this I'm going to use my homemade battery. I recommend you to mix this slowly with your blender for about 10 or 15 minutes with very high speed. Okay, my friends, after mixing the active material very well for about 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to use a brush to paint my aluminum foil. Now, I will just paint both sides of the plates of the electrodes and I will let them to dry. After they completely dry, we will continue to make our supercapacitor. Now, I'm going to just paint the aluminum foils, the electrodes. When you paint the electrodes, be careful about these points. Try to paint them evenly as much as possible and make the layer very thin, not thick, because the conductivity will be increased. If the layer, active material layer is thick, the conductivity will be increased. So the active material layer should be thin as much as possible. Okay, my friends, our electrodes are completely dried. Before we move on the next step, I need to press the activated carbon active material on the aluminum foil in order to having a better conductivity. So I'm going to use this plastic bottle and just rolled on them, press the active material in order to having good conductivity. Okay, this is a very important process. Don't push very hard, but slowly, and after that you can push harder to press the active material on the electrodes. Okay, after this process, now I'm going to use 2 pieces of separator and just roll the electrodes. To make sure you see the whole things, everything, I will just zoom out the camera and show you everything in detail. Okay, my friends, as a separator, I am going to use post machine paper. In our previous video, I just used a regular paper, but for this project, I'm going to use post machine paper. This is better than the other one because it is very durable material to the electrolyte. So if you use post machine paper, you will get better result. Put the second foil just a little bit further than the other one, my friends. It's very important. Okay, be careful. Everything should be overlap each other. Okay, my friends, our supercapacitor is almost ready. Now I will put it into this plastic to plastic container, just like this. As you see, it just fit inside it very well. Now it's time to prepare our electrolyte and complete our supercapacitor. Now I will show you how you can prepare your electrolyte. Okay, my friend, as an electrolyte, I'm going to use sodium sulfate and deionized water or distilled water. You can use either deionized or distilled water. I have a glass here. I just put some deionized water inside it and just add some sodium sulfate inside it. Okay, just add some sodium sulfate inside the deionized water. The molarity should be 1 molar sodium sulfate into deionized water. So I will just add some more. Okay, and shake it very well. Our electrolyte almost ready, but there is a very critical point here. In most of the videos, nobody tell you this secret. If you directly use this electrolyte in your supercapacitor, the result will be like this. Your supercapacitor will not work. Why? Because the surface tension of the water, when you put sodium sulfate, the surface tension of the water will increase and it will not soaked by the supercapacitor, so your supercapacitor will not work. So I will show you what I mean now. I have a piece of aluminum foil and just paint with activated carbon with the same active material in our supercapacitor. Now I will just drop 1 drop of electrolyte onto it and we will see what I mean. Okay, if you directly add the electrolyte onto the active material, you see what happened, my friends? The electrolyte just stay on the top of the active material. It's not soaked by the active material. So if you directly use your electrolyte, the result will be just like this and your supercapacitor will not work. So how we will solve this problem? Almost in all videos they just said use water-based sodium sulfate, but just a moment ago as I showed you, if you use water-based sodium sulfate, your supercapacitor will not work. So how we will solve this problem? Don't worry too much, my friend. There's a very practical, very easy way to solve this problem. We need to use a surfactant to break down the surface tension of the water. So what kind of materials you can use as a surfactant? You can use methanol or ethanol or acetonitrile, but if you have none of them, you can also use dish detergent or dish soap. It will just break down the surface tension of the water and you can use this electrolyte for your supercapacitor with peace of mind. As I have acetonitrile here, for this project I'm going to just add a little bit acetonitrile inside it, but as I said, you can also use ethanol or methanol or dish detergent. It doesn't matter, my friends. Don't put too much, just add a little bit. You see, about 1 milligram or maybe less. Okay. Shake it again. Now our electrolyte is ready to add it to our supercapacitor. I will just add with the help of my injection. Add slowly. Can you see, my friends, the supercapacitor soaked the electrolyte because of the acetonitrile. We use the surfactant. If directly we put it the electrolyte, it wouldn't work, my friends. But now it's worked very well. Okay, some more. Can you see the bubbles? It means the supercapacitor soaked the electrolyte. Okay, my friends, my recommendation to you to wait for about 1 or 2 days because our supercapacitor should soak the electrolyte completely, and after 1 or 2 days, or maybe 4 or 5 days, your supercapacitor will work very efficiently. After half an hour, you see most of the electrolyte soaked by the supercapacitor, and your supercapacitor is ready to use. I will wait for about a few days, and after that I will charge and discharge my supercapacitor. Okay, my friends, after a few days our supercapacitor is ready to use. It soaked the whole electrolyte inside it. Now I will close with this lid and seal it very well, and after that we will charge our supercapacitor and make some test on it. Okay. I'm going to use my hot glue to seal it. Sealed it very well, my friends. Okay, I will wait until my hot glue is dried, and after that I will charge my supercapacitor and make some test on it. Okay, my friends, now I am going to charge my supercapacitor. I have my charger here, and I will connect my supercapacitor to the charger, and I will charge my supercapacitor with 1 amp in about 10 minutes because I think my supercapacitor is 500 farads. So some people ask me that how you can measure the capacity of your supercapacitor. If your capacitor is 1.2 volt or 1.3 volt, and if you charge it with 1 amp about 10 minutes, it means that your supercapacitor is 500 farads. So I'm just going to charge my supercapacitor with 1 amp about 10 minutes, my friends. Okay. Okay, I fully charged my supercapacitor. Now I am going to test my supercapacitor, my friends. Now let's put it away and measure the voltage inside it. Just my multimeter here. I'm just going to measure the voltage inside it. As you see, my friends, you have 1.35 volts inside the supercapacitor. Look again. 1.35 35. Okay, now I will just make other test on this supercapacitor. I will just short circuit it and try to run a DC motor with my supercapacitor. Okay, my friends, first of all, let's short circuit our supercapacitor. I have a piece of copper wire here. I will just short circuit it. Wow. Oh. I have just another one. It's a little bit thicker. We'll just short circuit it. Ow. Just short circuit this one. Oof. Oof. It's really pretty strong supercapacitor, right, my friends? It's pretty strong. And one more time. Oh. Ah. Maybe you remember our previous supercapacitor wasn't as much as strong, but this one is very strong supercapacitor. So now I will try to run this DC motor with this supercapacitor. Can you see there how strong it is? Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, my friends, we get the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed the video. We have a very nice, very beautiful homemade supercapacitor here. You can easily do this supercapacitor at your home. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe my channel and like the video. Take care of yourself, my friends. See you in the next videos.